Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am here to do Obsessed with Caddy and Christy, episode 3, using Paige Evans Fancy Free. This week we are using 3 pieces of pattern paper and then 1 free that we got to pick. So the first one is this really pretty, it's navy with a few lighter blue, like just kind of like lines drawn in. It's super pretty. I'm loving it. There's also the floral. I'm kind of wanting to cut out this because it's big enough that it'd be easy to fussy cut. Then there's also this awesome one with the squares. So those are the first 3 that were within the collection. My free one I'm choosing to use is this one, and I've already actually cut out a piece there. And this is the one with the circles with the words in it. So last week we used the ones that were like the pattern paper, and this time I want to draw from this and maybe use some of these. I've already cut this out. I was trying to see if it matched where I wanted it to go. So I kind of already have an idea on what I want to do this week. So that's what I'm using as my bonus paper. And then I'll put this down so you have something to reference there. And let's see, there's something going on with my camera. Let's just fix this really fast. In motion changing. Sorry, guys. For this week, we are challenging ourselves. We're going to use the Victoria Marie Facebook challenge for June, which is instead of having a recipe challenge, which you need to use, they did a recipe challenge to eliminate things. So we're not allowed to use any gold. We're not allowed to use thickers, no enamel dots, no washi tape, and at least and there has to be more than 1 photo. We thought it would be fun to kind of support Victoria Marie Facebook group and the girls doing this. So we've decided to do that, and I'll show you the 2 photos I have picked. I just randomly went through my collection of photos, and I have these 2 here. I believe they're probably both from this year. This one for sure. This one may be from 2015, but that's not important. I don't think I'm going to date it. But what they are is just Jackson is a big fan of falling asleep on mommy and daddy, and I just wanted to document that and just have another little story to document. I'm also challenging myself personally to use a bit of scraps. I have this awesome bucket of stuff, and they're just little tiny scraps, so things I've used before, and I just little tiny pieces. Some of it's like this is from the DIY shop, and I just thought that wood grain was pretty, but most of it's like this from a 6x6 pad. I used a little bit of it. It's so pretty. I wasn't really willing to throw that scrap away, so I've kept them. My goal is to kind of dig through that a little bit and use some stuff up there as well, and we'll see what I can come up with. I hope you enjoy this one.
So I first go through my basket and pick out a few scraps so I can use as some layering pieces. Just something that I thought would mix in well with what is already available with the pattern papers chosen. And I really love the idea of using the one with all of the kind of like sketchy squares as my main one, because my photos are square. I'm thinking it'll look really neat to line them up like that. And I'm just trying to find the right balance on both sides so it doesn't look like one photo's too much onto one side. And I really love the way that turned out. And then I'm just going to add my few little bits of layering. I don't do a lot of layering, just a little bit to kind of help bring your eye to the photos. And I'm really loving the way that looks. And then I also grabbed a scrap to make as a border for the bottom. I'm pretty sure that I want to do my border at the bottom. My title at the bottom, but at this time I'm not really sure. I'm debating about doing stitching, and so instead of just thinking about it, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take this piece of floral pattern paper and not cut the florals but cut the leaves. I really love the colors, and it almost makes this layout a little bit more monochromatic than meaning to be, but that is the way it ends up turning out, which I really like. So I get all the leaves cut out, and then I'm just going to put them in 3 places on the layout. I really love the way this turns out. So, like I've mentioned, these 2 photos or I cannot speak this morning, excuse me, are of my little guy having a nap on me and on Sean. And I just really want to document the fact that this is what he loves. If he could spend every nap time, cuddled up to either me or Sean, he would be a very happy little boy. So I wanted to just kind of tell that sweet little story. Now, for my title, because you're not allowed to use stickers, that is part of the challenge, I went into my Make Home Shine, grabbed the word moments, and then I also went and grabbed these Amy Tan stickers. They're transparent. I love them. I can't believe that I had enough letters to spell out what I was looking for. And the title is going to end up saying these happy moments because within the ephemera pack that I'm kind of searching through right now, I find the word happy. So that's where the title is going to come from. And right now, I'm literally going through every single piece of not pattern paper, of ephemera that I have, just trying to figure out what I should add on to my layout. I wanted to make this as much with the pieces of ephemera and like the collection as possible, even though I used some layering pieces that weren't from the collection. So I'm just going to kind of flip through everything, pull out what I like. I'm also trying to realize that there's not going to be journaling where you can see it. It's just too busy. So I'm just trying to figure out what I think is going to work well. And then of course you need the layering pieces. So while you see me do that, please keep in mind to go check out Caddy's take on this layout. It's a fun one to do something where the design could be anything because we're not following a sketch or anything like that. So I always like these ones. So don't forget to go check out her take on this week. And who knows? And what I love most about when we do this is we use the pattern papers in very different ways. Like I gravitated towards this pattern paper right away. So it'll be interesting to see what she gravitated to and what she used as her main piece there. So there you see my title is all magically done. I'm also showing you that I did my journaling on that little piece there that I've made into a little tab for my hidden journaling. And then I was also able to grab a little tag and use that to add a little bit more dimension at the top right there. A little puffy sticker at the top. And let's see, what else do I use? I'm thinking about adding something at the bottom. Those moments used to be colored, and I just used some white acrylic paint to paint over them, but now they're very, I don't know, I just feel like something needs to be on them. So you'll see at the end what I do there. It's pretty neat. But I do see that I can spell out the year 2015, and that will bring a little bit of color to the layout. So I really like that idea. And I'm going to put that right at the bottom. And then I'm just going to keep thinking. I kind of struggled with how to decorate this layout. Like, this is the basis of the layout. I knew that part right away, but to actually finish and decorate with it, I had a really hard time. So I'm going to pull a few chipboard pieces out. Only one makes it on, and it's going to go right in the middle. And I believe it says, such a cutie or a sweet moment or something along those lines. I love this. And it will go to add a little bit more, and again it brings your eye to the photo instead of down to the title or up at the top. It directs your eyes to the photo, which is what I'm all about, right? And I even tried this floral piece, but that doesn't make it on either. I struggled to decorate this one. I definitely struggled. I would have just left it with the leaves and everything, but I thought that was a little too boring, so I didn't want to do that. Let's see. I'm gonna grab, there it is. That's what I end up grabbing. I think it says what a cutie or something like that. And that's just gonna go right there. I love the way that looks now. So that, I'm like, yep, I'm liking this. This is gonna be my final thing. I did pull out that little heart for a minute, thinking I would place something else up there. And just a little FYI, if you haven't used it yet, if you use the heart on the silver foil and you cut it, you will, the foil will come up, so just be prepared for that. Sorry, not cut it, you lift it up. This, because it's a sticker, it'll come up, so just be prepared. I do cut this frame from the chipboard collection in half, thinking I'm going to use that part up there. It's not really fitting, not doing what I want, so I'm going to scratch that, but use the bottom half that says I love you more, or love you, something to along the lines of that. And I put that at the bottom, and then grab that frame and put that part at the top. Just kind of balances off the layout, I feel. And here is where I do something to that white. So I took this little piece of acetate that says Our Happy Life, and I literally cut out every single word and just place one on the one M, the happy on the other, and place on the N. I really love that. Add some color, a little bit different. It kind of confuses the title a little bit, but I'm okay with that because I really like it. And then just a few final touches, and that's going to be my layout. So thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back soon with another episode of Obsessed with Caddy and Chrissy with the Fancy Free collection. Bye!